The dream begins with a teacher who believes in you, who tugs and pushes and leads you to the next plateau, sometimes poking you with a sharp stick called truth. A teacher is a person who helps students to acquire knowledge, competence, or virtue. The history of teaching can be traced to Confucius 561 BC, who was the first famous private teacher. Many ancient Greeks hired private teachers to educate their children. In the Middle Ages, learning institutions such as Cambridge University were founded and teacher training became required. In ancient India, the most common form of education was Gurukul, based on Guru Shishya tradition, teacher discipline, teacher disciple tradition, which involved the disciple and guru living in the same or a nearby residence. This Gurukulam was supported by public donation, and the guru would not accept any fees from the Shishya. This organized system stayed the most prominent form of education in the Indian subcontinent until the British invasion. Takshila was the earliest recorded center of higher learning in India from the possibly 8th century BCE. Nalanda University in eastern India was the oldest university system of education in the world in the modern sense of university. Chanakya was among the most famous teachers of that era. A teacher's role may vary among cultures. Teachers may provide instructions in literacy and numeracy, craftsmanship, or vocational training, the arts, religion, civics, community roles, or life skills. In India, Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th September, the birthday of the former President Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, a well-known scholar, teacher, and promoter of education. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was born on 5th September 1888. He was an Indian philosopher, academic, and statesman who served as the first Vice President of India from 1952 to 1962 and the second President of India from 1962 to 1967. One of India's most distinguished 20th century scholar of comparative religion and philosophy, after completing his education at Madras Christian College in 1911, he became assistant professor and later professor of philosophy at Madras Presidency College, then subsequently professor of philosophy at the University of Mysore from 1918 to 1921, the King George V Chair of Mental and Moral Science at the University of Calcutta from 1921 to 1932, and Spalding Professor of Eastern Religion and Ethics at University of Oxford from 1936 to 1952, by which he became the first Indian to hold a professional chair at the University of Oxford. He was appointed lecturer at Manchester College, Oxford in 1926, 1929, and 1930. In 1930, he was appointed Haskell lecturer in comparative religion at the University of Chicago. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was awarded several high awards during his life, including a knighthood in 1931, the Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award in India, in 1954, and honorary membership of the British Royal Order of Merit in 1963. He was also one of the founders of HelpAge India, a non-profit organization for elderly underprivileged. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan believed that teachers should be the best minds in the country. According to famous philosopher Plato, a philosopher king is a ruler who possesses both a love of wisdom as well as intelligence, reliability, and willingness to live a simple life. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was the true philosopher king. Since 1962, his birthday has been celebrated in India as Teachers' Day on 5th September every year. And as you all know, that for last 1.5 years, the country, rather the entire world, is suffering with COVID pandemic. But during this COVID pandemic, the teachers worked day and night and saw it that they could impart their education, because all the education institutions practically were closed during that time. Now also, few of them still are closed, few of them started opening, but still the online education is going on. And as you know, the teachers in India were not that tech savvy, and they were not knowing about the online education earlier. I am saying the majority of them. But the way the teachers has handled this situation so nicely, hats off to them, because they have to do many roles, they have to play many roles at one go. They have, if and especially I'm talking about the lady teachers, they have to see that they have to cook their food at home because they all are at home. Then they have to look after the children. She has to look after that the children are also taking the online education from their respective schools. Husband is working online, the parents are there, and she has to teach. Now, when this is the situation, it's not easy for everyone. But this community, which is known as teachers, they have proved once again that why the teaching profession is always called noble profession, because they have risen and they have given the feelings to everyone, in spite of all the hardships, in spite that many of the teachers have not received their salaries, in spite that few of them have received part salaries, but still they work day and night, and they imparted the knowledge to the students. I think this year is a special year to celebrate teachers, because not only we are celebrating the birthday of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, but we are also saluting all the frontline COVID warriors, that is the teachers, because I personally feel the teachers should also be a COVID frontier warrior, because they have worked during this pandemic time. Many of the persons who are not working, or they are working work from home, but their work of home and the work of home of a teacher is entirely different, because they were trained to do such type of work, but teachers were not trained. And especially when the students were also not aware, it is not easy to teach during the pandemic online and see to it the students will get their education. So hats off to all the teachers and salute to all the teachers. And really the teachers, as I say, God has created the mother, God has also created the teachers, and that mother is the first teacher and the next is the teachers. So we are celebrating Teachers' Day. I will say that we only praise them today, we only give some respect, but if we will give this respect, continue giving respect the entire year, then really we are celebrating this Teachers' Day. So now to celebrate today's Teachers' Day, we have 10 very young youth guests with us, and we have a very, very special chief guest with us. And I would like to invite and introduce my chief guest of our program today, and he is Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri. Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri is the Vice Chancellor of Jagran, Lake City University, Bhopal. Professor Dr. Shastri prefers to describe himself as a teacher by instinct, researcher by choice, trainer by passion, and above all, a lifelong learner. Professor Dr. Shastri's research has been in the fields of elections studies, federalism, political institutions and processes, Karnataka politics, and the teaching or learning process. He has authored 13 books and 50 chapters in edited books and over 95 articles in referred research journals, reputed research journals, also, beside more than 350 op-ed page articles in leading international and national newspapers. Professor Dr. Shastri is also a political commentator who appears frequently, rather very frequently, on television. He is the national coordinator of Lok Niti and All India Network of Social Scientists, involved in survey-based election and opinion studies. He is a consultant to prestigious international bodies like the United Nations, World Bank, and the Forum of Federations. He was an advisor on political party reforms in the Pacific Rim states to the UNDP, advisor on governance reforms in Nepal for the World Bank, and an advisor on constitutional reforms and transition to democracy in Myanmar and South Sudan for the Forum of Federations. Dr. Shastri, Professor Dr. Shastri played a key role in drafting the Karnataka state youth policy by serving as the chairman of the drafting committee of the said policy. Dr. Shastri has lectured extensively across the world and spoken at universities in more than 50 countries in all the 6 inhabited continents. He was chosen to participate in the International Visitor Program of the US government in 1995 and was a fellow of the Salzburg Seminar on Federalism in 1993. He has also been Ford Foundation Fellow and Indo-Canadian Fellow. Professor Dr. Shastri has been an adjunct professor at University of California, Berkeley, and taught there in the summer terms. Welcome, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri on our show. Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, today is a very, very happy day because the country is celebrating Teachers' Day. And Teachers' Day, and because you have a very, very dual, I may say, so many roles. First is you are being a teacher. Second is you are very much involved with the youth. And you have drafted a full policy about the Karnataka youth. So here, today we have youth guest with us. And because today's day, we are celebrating the birthday of Dr. Sarpalli Radhakrishnan. And we are also, because of him, we are celebrating the Teachers' Day. We are honoring all the teachers across the India on this day. So we would like to know from you, rather we want your blessings on this day so that it will go to all of us, and so that we can be blessed to hear you and celebrate the Teachers' Day in a real sense. Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, please.
Lal Goelji and the very, very distinguished youth participants who are there on the platform with me. Let me join Lal Goelji in wishing every teacher a happy, fruitful, healthy Teachers' Day. Goelji, I think I would like to salute what you do day after day, month after month. I don't know whether our youth here know that Lal Goelji's media conference happens every day without a break. And the number of people who are benefited by this, I think, are immense. So I would start by paying my rich compliments to you for the work you have done. And I think a Teacher's Day is an appropriate day for me to do that. Secondly, I must compliment all the 10 young people who are there with me in this platform. Because today I often argue education is not about teaching, but education is about learning. Classroom is no longer for teaching, classroom is for learning. And in that sense, all of you are contributing to learning that happens in your classrooms. So in that sense, all of you also are teachers. Maybe you are influencing your classmates. Maybe you are influencing your teachers. Because, and let me say this to start off with, Goelji. I would like to dedicate my Teachers' Day compliments to 3 categories of people. Number 1, I have now been in this field of teaching and learning in a formal sense for 39 years now. And in these 39 years, more than 25,000 students have allowed me to learn with them in their classroom. I don't have that illusion that I have taught anybody. I don't think I have taught it. But 25,000 young boys and girls have allowed me to learn with them. And that's what I'm looking forward to in the next 60 minutes, that these 10 young boys and girls who are with me today in this class will also make me much the wiser by 12 o'clock today. So first, my dedication to all those learners who have allowed us facilitators to be able to become better people, better resources, and better communicators with our learners. Secondly, I would like to dedicate my Teacher Day compliments to all my formal teachers. Throughout my education, I was truly blessed to have very good teachers. I was blessed to have teachers who continue to be in touch with me even today and continue to guide me even today. I must share my experience of my school principal, who is now in his late 80s. 2 years back, I met him because he called me to his institution for a function. And when both of us were sitting in his room, a third person asked a question which I wanted to ask for long, but had no guts to ask him. This third person asked him the question, "Sir, we all are keen to know one thing. When are you going to retire? You are already touching 90. When are you going to retire?" Now, I was very eager to hear the answer myself. So I was all ears to what my principal would say. My principal looked at this person who asked him the question, then looked at me and said, "Retire? When did I start working at all? I have been learning for the last 85 years. So I did not start teaching to be able to retire sometime." And that has been a great inspiration for me. If at that age he can continue to say that I have not retired, there is no question of retiring because I never started working. He is the one who taught me a very important lesson. You don't stop playing because you grow old, but you grow old because you stop playing. I remember him saying this to us in the class, that you don't stop playing because you grow old. You actually grow old because you stop. And that message has stuck with me all these years. So I would like to dedicate this day to all my teachers who gave me snippets of knowledge, snippets of experience, snippets of understanding, which I carry forward with me today. Thirdly, I also would like to compliment on Teachers' Day my fellow travelers. In the last 39 years, there have been so many colleagues who have shared with me. Uh, I love to do team teaching. So I go with my colleagues to my classroom together. And they have taught me so much in terms of insights that they offered in a classroom. My colleagues who in the staff room would start off a very, very animated discussion. And I remember once my colleague and I were having a very serious discussion on a topic. And we were so engaged talking to each other that after 20 minutes, we didn't realize that a crowd of 90 people had collected around us, all our students, who had decided to settle down because they thought they would learn something from the conversation that we were having between us. And then we extended that conversation to all of them, continued it in the canteen, and that's a different story, of course. So, dedicating it to my colleagues who have been with me in this journey. Friends, years ago, and I think the year was 1975. Of course, except Goel sir, none of you would have been around then. And maybe some of your parents also would not have been around then. In 1975, when I was in 10th grade, Goel sir, I took this decision to take to teaching. So for me, teaching was a choice and not an only option. I consciously took to teaching. Many people wondered, why did I do that? I said, Many people ask me, why didn't you become a civil servant? Because I chose social sciences by choice. Why didn't you become a civil servant? My mother was very keen that I become a civil servant. I told her that day that, look, I will not become a civil servant, but I'll make many more people civil servants in my life. She was happy with that answer. And today I can very proudly say that more than 200 of my students are either IAS officers or IPS officers or IFS officers or state civil service officers. And the joy of teaching is in whichever city I go, I happen to meet somebody who has been my student. And even today, the respect that they give me, I don't think that respect is for me. That respect is for their love for learning. The respect is for the learning that they were able to achieve in the environment that I had. So Goel sir, you fixed a 5-minute time limit for all our youth leaders. So I should set an example. I'm setting a 10-minute limit for myself and would stop here and would thank you for having called me here. And the other reason I'm fixing a 10 limit for myself is whatever extra time you had wanted to give me, I want you to share it with all these 10 young people, because I would want to also listen to them and learn from them. And see, I have in my on my laptop a file which has something like 3,500 stories. These 3,500 stories are all experiences of the last 39 years from the teaching learning process. 9 out of 10 of them involve my students. And I'm hoping that today, as I talk to all these wonderful young people, I can enrich my own understanding of these issues. So a happy Teachers' Day to all those who are listening to this program, because I don't think a formal teacher is only a teacher. All of us are teachers in different ways. We teach our classmates, we teach our younger brothers and sisters, we sometimes teach our elder brothers and sisters. We of course teach our parents. And I would say, you see, uh, we have one son who must be your age or a little older than you. He's doing his PhD in New Zealand, and both my wife and I say, one of those who has truly educated us is our son. Because in these 27 years that he has, that God gave him to us, we have learned so much from him. And my wife and I, both of us who are academics, believe that our students are the ones who really make us what we are. So thank you, Goelji, for having me, and I'm delighted to be part of this.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, for such a humble, with full of humanity and full of blessings, what you have given. Such a humble person you are, that you have given that you are giving the respect to the students. Now this is the real teacher. The students and the youth should understand that if the teachers are giving you respect, we must give. The teacher is not asking anything from anyone, neither from the students, nor from the civil society, nor from the government. They just want respect, for which they are working day and night. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri. And as you told me not to waste the time, I would like to go directly to the youth guest now. Time limit is 5 minutes. Then we will see whatsoever time will be there. We would like to hear some more from our chief guest at the end. But so I would like to invite my first youth guest, and she is Miss Alfonza Paul. Miss Alfonza Paul, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri. Now your views on the Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Alfonza Paul, please.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Before I begin, I would earnestly like to thank our chief guest, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for the wonderful and the most inspiring speech. I would like to thank Lal Goel, sir, for this opportunity, and I will begin. Today, we are celebrating Teachers' Day. 3 weeks back, we have celebrated Independence Day. I wish to connect independence with my teachers. My teachers are equal to my parents. They made me independent. When I was a child, I must have thought, are they restricting my freedom? I was not very happy. I wanted to play, but my parents sent me to school. In school, I wanted to play in the playground, but my teachers put me to the classroom. Sometimes I got angry, but I didn't have the courage to express myself. Slowly, I started understanding the love of my teachers. Later, I realized that they have dedicated their lives for me and many others like me. I thank all my teachers for making me independent today. I'm capable of handling situations, dealing with people, and doing many more things. I'm talking to you with confidence today, here in this forum, because of the far-sightedness of my teachers. They could visualize this day today much earlier. A teacher see a big tree in a seed. Teachers not only see a tree in a seed, but also plant it in the right soil, keep it in the right company of other seeds, water them, nurture them, nourish them, and when required, polish them in different ways. The hard sides of me were polished with a much harder approach, and the bright side were polished with appreciations. I can see the face of all my teachers. Remembering them makes me more stronger. Some of my teachers are not living today, but they are very much strong in our minds. A teacher never dies. In the pandemic today, many teachers lost their salary. Many of them went through hardships in life. Despite all this, they remained stronger and showed us a role model on how to face hardships in life. When teachers take the challenge, the world transforms. The national education policy today seems to be a very big book. Reading it in itself is a big task, but I can define it in two phrases: strengthen the teachers to strengthen the students. Allow the teachers to give practical exposure to the students. These two things will transform India into a developed nation. Let us reduce learning theories. Let us practice what we learn on a day-to-day basis. Let the society benefit from the students and the teachers. Lawyers were in the forefront in leading India towards freedom. Today, teachers should come to the forefront in leading India into independence and self-reliance. On behalf of all the students, I salute the Honorable Vice Chancellor, being a great teacher, and urge him to make his university to take up this challenge. Jai Hind. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Paul, for giving such a I must say that you have given a new thoughts and new words, and you have mentioned about the National Education Policy 2020. Yes, it's a game changer, and I'm sure that students will get the maximum benefit. Definitely the teachers will also be benefited, but the students will definitely get maximum benefit. Thank you very much, Ms. Paul, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and he is Mr. Jitin J. Alzar. Mr. Jitin, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, and the earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know your views on Teachers' Day celebration. Mr. Jitin J. Alzar, please.
Hi, good morning, one and all presented here. I'm Jitin Joseph. I'm a postgraduate in English Language and Literature from MG University, Kottayam. I'm currently working as an executive RJ in an FM platform. And in this fine occasion, I would like to wish and I would like to express my gratitude towards my teachers who made me to stand still on my legs. I always remember the first day in my school. My teachers who take care about me, who took me to the classroom, who pampered me, who made me not to cry, who teach me the alphabets, who teach me the values, the morality I possess, the morality I hold tight. All my teachers are like my parents. I'm proud to say that I always remember the names of my teachers and I can spell it out at any deep sleep. I would like to share my experience. Last day, I met my teacher, and she was very happy to express her feelings towards me. And she said that I thought of you last day because you are the one student, you are my favorite, who always tried to wish me on the special day. I always remember you, and that was the great appreciation I received as a student. And in this occasion, I would like to wish full-heartedly Dr. Shastri as a teacher. So I wish you happy Teachers' Day and let you do wonders in your profession. In my opinion, teaching is a magic. It's a magical art. The students have been taught, they have been given the new world of ideas, the new world of expression. They are experiencing the world through teachers. In the initial and the primary stage, the parents are giving them the knowledge and the ideas about the world. When a child turns to 5 or 6, the most time he spends with his teacher at school. The teacher is the one who shares him or her about the needs, about the world, about the ideas, and he or she is the one who molds the child to a perfect human being. As the first participant said, I was also very angry in my younger days with my teachers. They're always forcing me to study. They're always forcing. But now I'm thankful to them because of their act, I'm here to speak strongly, and I am here to express my ideas in a very vast platform. But sometimes I used to think and I used to criticize the education system which we follow. Why can't we rethink about implementing a new platform for education? Why are we always moving on with the textual knowledge? Why we are always dealing with the theories? Why we are not getting into practicals? For us, for our juniors, education simply means to appear for the exams, to write the answers which we have learned in the text, and to gain the marks. But I found it very interesting to get the ideas of my friends who started learning in the central universities. I also wish to join there, but unfortunately I can't. But I wish to accept what they are practicing to our state universities and our schools. The children should be given more and more opportunities. They have the brighter sides in them. Some are expert in dance, some are expert in co-curricular activities, some are expert in studies, and they all should be given their own seats. Then only they can express their talents, and that talents should be maintained and should be polished. And that will help us to develop a new nation with a strong backbone with the youth. And it's a proud moment to stand here as a youth guest. And I'm very proud to say that many of the youth are getting into the profession of teaching, and they are always trying to implement the ideas which are far, far better from the practicing one. They used to implement the practical sides more. One of my friends argues that while he was in his training period, he used to take a speaker with him. He used to play music for his students. And we should also follow that. We should also make to change the patterns, and that will give a new path and that will give the student friendly, and the importance will be given to the students for gaining the knowledge. And let's hopefully work for that. And we are the one who should work for the betterment of our juniors and for ourselves. So let's work on with the new platforms and let's work hard for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jitin, for giving your views. I just would like to add one thing. As you mentioned that the education system to be changed, as the earlier panelist, Ms. Paul, has mentioned about the NEP. In NEP, the National Education Policy 2020, the present government, the central government has emphasized, and our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has mentioned very clearly in his speech that earlier it was what to think. Now it that government wants, or that in education policy is such that how to think. So this gives the reply what you are saying, why not some innovations should come in the education. Already the things are going on. I'm sure the new education policy will be, again I'm saying, the game changer. How to think, not what to think only, which was a stereotype thing, but now how to think. Thank you very much, Mr. Jitin. But you have given a very, very good examples, and your views. It shows that youth are so vibrant and dynamic today, and they wants to be involved in the building of the nation through a good and moral or ethical and effective education in India. Thank you very much, Mr. Jitin. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Naomi Castellino. Miss Naomi, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here.
So, yeah, Miss Naomi, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as earlier youth guest. Now, you would like to know your views on this Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Naomi Castellino, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Naomi Elvira Castellino from 10 from St. Teresa School in Mangalore. Today, I would like to speak about Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day is of utmost importance. A teacher's job is one of the toughest jobs in the world, as they are given the responsibility to nurture young minds. Each student is unique and has
Uh,
different
Miss
caliber.
Miss Naomi, your network is
A good
weak. Miss Naomi, your network is weak, and that's why it's a problem coming on. We can't hear properly. Can you do one thing? Can you switch over to your mobile network if you are using the Wi-Fi, and then
I'm using
rejoin
the mobile.
mobile? Okay. So what I suggest, you just change the situation. I will take you back once your network is perfect, because people will not understand what you are talking. We want whatsoever you are talking, it should go properly. So change your position. See to it, change the room, or if possible, if it is not raining outside, you can go open area where the network is okay. Okay, so I will take you again once you will see your network is perfect. Thank you, Ms. Nyami. I will just definitely take you back. Now I would like to go to my next youth guest, and she is Miss Nishika Joshi. Miss Nishika Joshi, you have heard what our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, has mentioned, as well as the earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know your views on today's Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Nishika Joshi, please.
Hello and very good morning to one and all present here. I am Nishka Joshi and I'm a certified soft skills trainer and a visiting faculty with a prestigious college in Mumbai. Thank you so much, Sandeep sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. Uh, it's inspiring for me as a teacher to work even more hard and to share my knowledge and experiences with my students, with my bachas. Thank you so much for your enlightening thoughts. Also, Mr. Lal Goelji, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to come forward and to share my opinions and thoughts and views with all the participants. So I would like to start, with a quote quoted by Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says that teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. And we have seen this over the period of time since we have been hit by the COVID-19 crisis. The entire perspective has changed. Now, education is becoming digital. and we are becoming so relaxed, and we are learning and adapting to the new technologies. And even the teachers are also learning. They are coming forward, they are learning from the students how to fix up the camera, how to unmute themselves, or how to entirely manage the crowd online. So we all are teachers in a way, and even the students are now also becoming, teacher friendly. So when before, when online schooling and lectures started, I had a distinct conversation with one of my student, and she asked me, Miss, we will not be able to meet physically now because of the COVID situation. So we will miss your smile. We will miss your, the positivity. We will miss you being there with us. We miss the teacher in you. We will miss the friend in you. And I was shocked. And then I realized that yes, this is something which is going to happen. However, due to the online platforms, or because of the advanced online technology, I was able to connect with my students. I was able to learn from them, their experiences. They have molded and they have shaped us. Even I would like to take an example of Mr. Ranjit Singh Disley. The way he has given a different perspective to the Indian education, online education system. His contribution is tremendous. He has given the QR code system through which you can scan the books, and the books are available to the teachers and to the students. He has created with different, technological aspects so that it will become a teacher friendly for them. And I would like to thank to all my teachers to make me what I am today. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak with all of you. And definitely we are reimagining the future of the child, of the kids in this crisis times. So this year's Teachers Day theme is all about teachers leading in crisis, reimagining the future. And all the teachers, all the students are giving their 100% to give a justice to this situation, and we all are going to rock it. Thank you
Yes.
so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
We all will rock it, says Miss Nishka Joshi. And salute to you. You are also a teacher, and today we are celebrating Teachers Day. So all the compliments to you and best wishes for you. And if see this viewers, you can see the not only the students, the teachers, the young teachers, they are also so keen and so with full of youthness in them. They want to teach the students. They are interested. Even during the COVID they have taught, but still they want a physical classes so that they can get that experience and they pass on that experience to the students. This is the spirit, and that's why we always say teachers are teachers. No one can replace a teacher. Thank you very much, Ms. Nishka Joshi. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Purnima G. Momen. Miss Purnima Ji Momen, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as the earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Purnima Ji Momen, please.
A very good morning to one and all. I'm Purnima G. Mohan, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in economics in Loyola College, William Nagar, Meghalaya. Firstly, I would love to convey my best wishes and greetings to all the teachers out there, and a very happy Teachers' Day. It is my honor to be able to speak about our teachers. Occasions are many, and each celebration is a perfect time for strengthening the relations. One such occasion that strengthens the highest relationship between students and teachers is Teachers' Day. Teachers are the ones who need to be credited and acknowledged for the valuable contributions to students to create good citizens. They are often the second mothers to the students because students spend most of their time in school rather than at home. They are to pay tribute to the best quality of every teacher. The most valuable lessons they had tutored. Teachers' Day is celebrated with its essence. Like any student, I was influenced by many teachers and learned something or the other from each one of them. And some were instrumental in improving my handwriting, while others inspired me to learn languages. Some teachers initiated me into the techniques of acquiring general knowledge, while some others impressed upon me the importance of adopting certain values in life. Today, as I recall, my teachers flowed towards me from the past like a beautiful and memorable dreams. Each taught me something precious and something worthwhile. The important factor of my growth was the tremendous amount of love, trust, and encouragement that I received from my parents as well as from my teachers. Like any other student, I also had a particular teacher whom I honored and respect the most. She is none other than our respected teacher Audrey. Um, she is, I regard her as a perfect teacher because I consider her as my role model. Because she is smart, fair, and very positive person. Because whenever I participate in some activities, she's the first one to come running with all the happy smiles, and she will congratulate me saying that I did it very well. I did a good job, even though it doesn't matter for her whether I did well or not, because what matters for her is I tried, and that is what she wants from all her students. She is such a loving person. With words, I won't be able to express my feelings for her because all the love and care she gave to me are the things that I'll cherish for my life. A great teacher like her deserves to be respected with all the students because they are the ones who share their knowledge for us to make us a better person in our life. There is a saying that teachers are greater than parents. Parents give birth to their children, while teachers mold that child to a bright, mold that child's personality and provide a brighter future. Apart from academics, teachers stand by us at every step to guide, motivate, and inspire to become better people. They are the backbone of our society. They are the source of knowledge and wisdom. They contribute a greater educated population to the world. They choose their careers to spread knowledge and wisdom. It is impossible to define teacher, as teachers are not only limited to teaching or guiding students in academics, but also students to take the right path. I would like to share one quote that is quoted by William Arthur Ward. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. I would like to extend my gratitude to every teacher for their selfless service and dynamic support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Purnima, for giving your very, very clear views. And you rightly said about the backbone, that the teachers are the backbone of everyone, the entire society, or the entire nation. And it's so happy we are that Pan India now, it's that you are in the so much northeast, but still you have the same views what everywhere. So the teachers are limitless. The teachers are not for a particular specific area or a specific state. Across the world, teachers will remain teachers. Thank you very much, Ms. Purnima, for giving your views. Ms. Naomi, are you okay now with your network? Yes, please go ahead. Okay, let's see if we can hear. Okay, go ahead. No, Miss Naomi, I think it's still the
Teachers' Day
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
is of utmost importance. It is a day to respect and value the efforts of the teachers who work tirelessly all the world as they are given the responsibility to nurture young minds. Each student is unique and has a different caliber. A teacher helps the students to explore their interests and to identify their capabilities. She or he encourages the students to hone their skills in the subjects or activities they are interested in, and at the same time also ensures that they do not neglect other subjects or academics as a whole. A teacher stands as the backbone of the student in their life and is like a second parent to the students. The reason why a special day has been dedicated to people belonging to this profession is to give them respect and to express gratitude. They help us all the way and guide us and stand with us at every moment of our life. They teach us right and wrong, and they help us to discover our abilities. They help our confidence levels and make our self-esteem grow bigger. Teachers are amazing.
Uh, Sorry, Naomi, can you do one thing, Miss Naomi? Just switch off your video.
They
Miss Naomi, please switch off your video and then you speak. Now you speak, please.
Teachers take care of us and guide us all the way. They do not think of themselves and put the students and their children first. With the COVID pandemic that happened in 2020, sorry, they
No, I think your network is really giving problem. No problem, Miss Naomi. You have made your point. We will definitely take you in the next edition of our whenever we are going for the youth. Every week we used to do the youth program. So we'll take you definitely, but see to it your network should work. But what you made a very, very clear point, and in such a, as you mentioned, you are in a 10th standard. Your views are the similar views which each and every students or those who are in the seniors, even like what our chief guest has mentioned. So it is across. It is not the age is also not only the states or the demography, but I must say even from the childhood to a senior person, the teacher will remain teacher. Thank you very much, Ms. Naomi, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she's Miss Rajlakshmi R. Miss Rajlakshmi, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as earlier youth guest. Now, we would like to know your views on today's program, that is the Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Raj Lakshmi R, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible?
But you are not, you have switched off your video. Please switch on your video, please.
Sure, sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead. No, again, you have switched off the video. Just switch on the video. Yes.
Sure, just a moment.
No, I think some technical problem. Ms. Rajlakshmi, just remove that technicality. I will come back again once you are ready with this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will come back. Just see to it that your video should also work. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Sailen Diksha. Ms. Diksha, Sailen Diksha, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, and earlier youth guest. We would like to know your views on today's program, that is the Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Sailen Diksha, please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Sandeep, sir. Very happy Teachers' Day. And even thank you, Goel, sir, for such a beautiful opportunity that I got today, that I'm speaking today in front of you about Teachers' Day. It is very beautiful thing to speak about. Before I am Salin Diksha Bhaskar. I'm perceiving my MBA from Justice Case Institute of Management, NITTE. I'm here, like I will speak out what is Teachers' Day according to me. Uh, by quoting one of Doha of Kabir Das, that is Guru Govind Doho Khade, Kake Lagu Paye. Balihari Guru Apne, Govind Diye Milay. That means like he's beautifully saying when Guru and Govind, that is when Guru and God, both are standing in front of us, whom to touch the feet first. So Kabir Das says it is Guru because he is a person who make us familiar with God. So Guru always has devoted first in our culture, and we can even observe in our scriptures, even our grants, which always says Guru is before God, or Guru is God for us. One of the beautiful sentences which always before starting anything we say, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Like in here also we are saying that Guru is God for us. So that culture within us, the culture or the beauty of saying a Guru, a God is always something which we Indians will never forget, or it is in us actually. More than teachers, I would love to say a teacher has a Guru because it gives that depth of feeling. And before, as Sandeep sir said, even I was thinking the same yesterday while I was thinking what to say in Teachers' Day, what will be a different topic to speak about. Even the first thing which came in my mind was like, Guru is a person who teaches us, who connects us with the knowledge. You know, in today's world, when a baby gets birth, parents are the teachers. Parents are the first teachers for that baby. Just imagine a beautiful life coming on the earth that life doesn't know to walk, that life doesn't know what is the world is. They make us, they make that transparency to the world. The parents teaches them to walk, the parents teaches them to speak, the parents teaches what is right, what is wrong in the world. The parents introduces them to the teachers. That is beauty actually. So I can say that for me my parents can be the first and the divine teachers of my life, and then the other teachers whoever came to my life. I'm really very blessed that all taught us in such a way that I'm capable enough that I'm sitting in a conference, in a media conference. I'm representing them indirectly, because if I'm speaking something everyone is listening to me, that is something very beautiful, because all don't get that chance and all don't have that confidence enough, right? So that is something new which our teachers build in us. So for us teachers, we have to see teachers in each and everything. Our parents is our teachers, and there are many teachers, and at present more than other things we have to make time for our teachers. In 21 or 24 years of our journey or our youth journey, we have so many teachers who taught us. It can be the teacher who taught us abcd, and at present the teacher who are teaching us human resource or management as a management student of finance. So there are many teachers who came in our life who taught many different and showed us the path. So at present, what my thought says is like we have to take time in a week, 1 hour, or in a day, some time for the teachers. We have to jot down all the teachers' numbers and we have to call one by one. In a week, two teachers. They will be really very happy by listening to us, saying that our students are reaching somewhere in their life. They are inculcating. So taking time for our teachers is also important, as we take time for our family and friends, or family and our parents. Because at present this is something I would inculcate in my life as a new resolution, in at present, that taking time for our teachers 1 hour in a week is really beautiful. Because बहुत अच्छा मुहावरा यहाँ पे भी सूट होता है. I can say, ना तारीफ के शब्दों की है उसको चाहत, ना महंगे उपहारों की है उनको इबादत, उसे मिलती है तभी आत्म शांति जब फैलता है विश्व में शिष्य की क्रांति. When students will be reaching that top of the world, right, the happiest person will be parents and teachers, I can say, because teachers will be very happy. At present, even if I'm calling one of my kindergarten teachers or school teachers, the first thing is, you're studying MBA, you have reached such a place where you're perceiving your post graduation. So it is something that happiness in their face is, right, that is irrepressible. No money can actually purchase that price. So at present, more than other things, there are many facts actually we can speak about, but these are the small things. On this teachers day I would love to say that whoever listening today, just call your teachers once and speak with them. Take a resolution. In a day, one teacher, or in a week, 2 to 3 teachers. Literally, they will be happy. And by ending up, I would say thank you for this opportunity. And I would like to say, if everyone who is listening here, if they will call 1 or 2 teachers today, right, I will be the happiest person. Like, something is happening good after my speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sailen Diksha. You have made a very, very important point today, and it's really, as our chief guest has mentioned in his speech, that we learned, and I learned that yes, you have correlated, or you have compared two very important persons in the life: parents and the teachers. Now, parents as a teacher and teachers as a parent, both the things are very important. And when we will understand this thing, Definitely, we can celebrate the Teachers' Day every day, every moment with our parents or with our teachers, because they are always there. Thank you very much, Ms. Ellen Disha Bhaskar, for giving your very, very positive views and very innovative views. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite our next youth guest, and he is Mr. Shashwat Pati. Mr. Shashwat Pati, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as the earlier youth guest. Now, you'd like to know your views on this Teachers' Day celebration. Mr. Shashwat Pati, please.
Hello, sir. I am Sashwat. I'm from ARU University, Cambridge, London. So I was there a student for MSc Wildlife Conservation. So I'm a wildlife conservationist and also a filmmaker in by profession. So for me, I would like to share my experience. I do not have any kind of because my fellow friends and panel members have already shared about their experience with teachers. I would like to share my own experience with teacher. I was not a very good student, so in terms of mark, scoring mark, and being punctual and stuff like that from my earlier days. So from let's say from LKG to very under very pressurized situation to score mark to get into some good university. My parents also told me that if you don't score mark, things are not going to be very easy. Teachers were really rude to the weak students. So somehow I managed to cross my 10th and 12th, and then I joined XIM, which is a very reputed university. I don't know how I joined, but somehow I managed to join the university XIM. When I reached there, when I started doing my filmmaking course for my undergraduation, so the first day when we all were there in the ice breaking session and we all were sharing our views, I felt that I think for the last 10 or 12 years I was in the wrong field. My field is completely filmmaking. I was a very good photographer. Every occasion that took place in our school, any functions, anything, I'll be with my camera, with those small reel cameras, and I used to click photographs. That was my passion from very childhood. So when I joined XCOM for the first time, XIM University, uh, I was made the CR of the class. So I really did that didn't went into me. I thought I'm doing something wrong, I think, because for the last 10 years I have been ignored like anything, and now suddenly someone is giving me the responsibility of being a CR in the class. So that thing was really very shocking. Little motivations, little support from the teacher. That's how things changed for me. uh, every I When the teacher said that you are the CR now, you have to be a role model to your fellow classmates. So that really struck me somewhere, and I am like, I have to submit my assignments beforehand. I have to submit my all. I have to deliver really good to be a role model, as my teachers called me. I never realized in those 3 years of graduation, with constant support from my teachers, my friends, my when I was struggling to be a part of a small university, I joined Cambridge University in ARU in Cambridge, ARU University, where things went really well. I did my master's from ARU, and now I'm like, everything is just because of those teachers who really supported me every time. Their motivation, their constant support towards me to get into different university. Even there are few of my teachers who really stood beside me in my bad times, and things really work out when teachers are behind you. So it's just those small things, the small kind gestures from a teacher that makes you really feel proud in between a large crowd. And I don't know how to express those feelings in words, But for me, there are few teachers who have really changed my life, and they will be always there for me. And whenever, wherever I am, there is just a call from them or just a text message makes me feel, oh, I'm doing really good. So these kind of feeling, this kind of trust, value, what they have on me, and my respect towards them is like I can't express in my word. But they are really they're kind of my role models. I would really become somehow. I'll try to become. I may not, I'm sure I cannot become like them, but because they're really great, I may be somehow kind of them. So I really am proud to have such teachers in my life.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Shashwat Pati, for giving your views. And I am sure not only you are proud, but those teachers who taught you and you are talking, you are mentioning about them and saying so much, they are also feeling lots of happiness and proud because you are talking behind them so many good things. That is what is required to that the teacher doesn't want anything. Teacher wants that you must become something and then only just remember that what he has taught you. Thank you very much. Now, Raj Lakshmi, are you there now? Can you switch on your, yeah, unmute. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So myself, Rajlakshmi R. I am a first year MA English student at Al-Azhar College of Arts and Sciences, Todpura. I'm from Ernakulam city. So I would like to begin by bringing attention about the history and significance of Teachers' Day. So when Dr. Radhakrishnan took the office of the second president of India in 1962, few of his students had approached him to seek permission to celebrate that day as a special day. So it was his request that he had made to his students so as to observe September 5th as Teachers' Day, so as to recognize the contribution of teachers to the society. So I would like you, to underline or highlight that statement, that is to recognize the contribution of teachers to the society. And now I would like to tell from my experiences, like how my teachers have contributed to the society. And we all know the primary motive of teachers is to educate students so as to build up their careers. And more than educating the academic materials, they educate us through life lessons that equip us to live a life fruitfully. So now I would like to take you back through your educational journey and revive those nostalgic moments within you by providing some examples. Let me start from the nursery teachers. That was a place where you were first separated from your parents, out of the comforts from your home. But the first day you screamed, sobbed, but it was the very first beautiful place where you had a world that that brought out what was within you. They made you realize who you are and not what you should become. You were open to grow freely, but always in the right ground. They found out your skills, encouraged you, and helped in developing it. It was a gradual journey which continued. And school, it was like a second home. Most important phase is of schooling because that is where the foundations are made and the lessons from there have a huge impact on us, as that's a time when the child's mind is moreover developing, which is the fragile mind of the child. And they play a crucial role in molding the child's mind during that period, like how they perceive, how they think, how they behave, their attitude, etc. And I do believe that they have the power and tool to put you in the right track, the teachers. The small things that they teach you actually matters. And they have made a major role in molding me up and as an environmentally responsible citizen. Excuse me. So I would like to provide one example or quite few examples of what I mean by making me or molding me up as an environmentally responsible citizen. So I could confidently say that I haven't put any toffee wrapper in the ground, or I haven't made any such waste materials littering in the ground. So that was the manner how which my teachers had taught me. Even if I had eaten a toffee, I made sure that I had either put it in a nearby dustbin or I carried it in my bag and carried it to my home and then disposed it in a dustbin. And similarly, it was the small things that was taught from my school days that I've been carrying since these years. That is to put off lights and fans once there is no one in the classroom, or turning off the taps, which might seem a very small thing, but which have a huge impact on us. And I would also like to remember one of the statements that my tuition teachers had told me while I was going for tuition. That is, a teacher wished that every student becomes successful, come up with flying colors, which is because all of them are her or his students, which is different with our parents. Because our parents wish that my child becomes the first or my child becomes the best in the class, and that is not the case with the teachers. So such is the role of a teacher. So it starts right away from a nursery to a school to a college until you keep learning. It's like we are a canvas on where our teachers leave an impression. A student is a hybrid of their teachers. I would like to remind you that for the final picture on the canvas to be a colorful, beautiful one, both the efforts of the teachers and the students should go hand in hand. So the influence of my teacher is the main reason that I took this career path. So as I said, I'm doing my master's in English literature. So me myself is the best example to show how much my teachers have influenced me. And I feel this would be the best token of gratitude I could give them in return for the immeasurable love they've given me. So it was the influence of my English teacher who had taught me on my 12th grade that I decided to choose English as my career option. And I'm aspiring to become a future professor of English literature. So this day is actually a day to commemorate all the love and efforts that was showered by my teachers upon me. And hence I believe that this would be the best day to thank them for making me who I am today. I would like to quote one of the quote given by Thomas Carruthers. A teacher is one who makes himself progressively unnecessary. I take this opportunity to thank all my teachers who are there, and also all the teachers, including the chief guest of the day, Professor Sandeep Shastri sir, Lal Goel sir also, who is sharing with us immense knowledge, and PV Paulo sir also for inviting me for this session, and also my mentor, Professor Nainu B. Jamal ma'am, for providing me this opportunity to be with you all today. So wishing you all a happy Teachers Day once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Raj Lakshmi. And we also wish you, because you have decided to become a English professor. So all the best. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, paucity of time. So we have to be bit hurry. She is Miss Shibana Banu. Miss Shibana Banu, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as earlier youth guest. Now you would like to know your views on this Teachers' Day celebration. Miss Shibana Banu, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please.
A cordial welcome and a glorious morning to one and all gathered here. I'm Shibana Banu Abdul Ghani. I'm pursuing my UG program in Al-Azhar College, Thodubala, Kerala. I'm glad to have this opportunity. I'm happy to be part of this. Thank you so much. My sincere gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to Lal Goel sir. It's my pleasure to extend a hearty gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri sir, for enlightening us with his passionate words. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations and gratitude to every teacher on the behalf of all the students for also always being a guiding light and a ray of hope in our lives. We could have never stood where we are today. Thank you, teachers, for everything. As we know today, we have gathered here to celebrate Teachers' Day online. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the teachers who have been working very hard to teach us online. Taking education to next level this year may have given us tough times due to pandemic, but our teachers have surely been a ray of hope, from guiding us to motivating us. This year, our respect for teachers worldwide has been grown immensely. We know it has been challenging for us or each one of us, but teachers have been our lockdown mentors. They have supported us throughout and help us cope with online classes, and examinations. In these tough times, I would like to thank all the teachers on the behalf of every student for being unshakable support. Thank you for guiding us, inspiring us, and making us what we are today. Teachers' Day is now one of the most memorable days in the life of a teacher and a student. It is when teachers can relax and talk to their fellow teachers, unlike the entire year when they are working hard for several hours every day. They work during online school hours as well as school hours are over. Different schools celebrate Teachers' Day in different ways. Children do various things to celebrate and appreciate their teachers on this day. But due to pandemic, we have celebrated Teachers' Day on online. We are all gathered here to honor and appreciate the teacher who are massive reason for the successful careers of the students. It is a day of celebration in honor of great philosopher, teacher, and a guide, Dr. Sarpalli Radhakrishnan, and a second president of the country who has made a lasting impact on the youth and generations to come. Teachers are an icon of knowledge. They are one of the most influential forces for quality education and development of a student. They are source of awareness and enlightenment. They nourish their students with their wisdom. They teach the real skills of a successful life to children. They help us to discover the precise path across life. Despite the true pillars of a successful nation, they are not awarded by warm gratitude which they deserve. Their status and working condition remain preoccupying. This day is a golden opportunity to allocate them for their service. In the present age of early 21st century, teaching is not an easy profession. While once teachers were highly respected, valued, and role models for young people. A teacher is a gift from God who always imparts knowledge of good and bad to the children in a non-discriminatory nature without any selfishness. After the parents, it is the teacher who lays the foundation for molding the children in the right form. Teachers are one of the most important pillars of society. These individuals spend their entire lives enabling students to learn and explore. Furthermore, teachers are also increase literacy rate in their country, thereby enabling opportunities and jobs that will help students secure their lives. Almost every country in the world dedicates a day to celebrate and honor our teachers. Appreciating teachers is so important because the work they do is selfless and often undervalued for their contribution. Teachers are one who play a major role in the shaping of minds of the next generation. Teachers are happier when their children evolve to be better and more successful than them. They create future minds and society we will live in relies on them. A teacher is a second parent for children. We want to thank the teacher for always guiding us, showing us the right way. You are an inspiration for all the children. We are lucky to have you as a guide. We are giving you our gratitude for giving us the knowledge. Lastly, teachers are real potters who not only give our life a shape, but also enables us to live lit like a lamp forever after dispelling the darkness from all across the world, so that our nation can be enlightened with lots of bright lamps. Therefore, nation pays homage and respect to all the teachers in the country. We can nothing give our teacher in return to their great job. However, we should respect them, always say thanks. We should take a pledge to to heartily respect and honor our teachers in our daily lives, as without a great teacher, we all are incomplete in this world. Happy Teachers Day to all the charming teachers of the world. Your words, attitude, and actions have made such a positive difference in our child's upbringings. We are truly thankful to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shivana Banu, for giving such a wonderful and beautiful words for the teachers. Now, I would like to invite my last guest, not the least. He is Mr. Sumanth Bhatt. Mr. Sumanth Bhatt, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, as well as the earlier youth guest. We would like to know your views on today's Teachers' Day celebration. Mr. Sumanth Bhatt, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sumanth Bhatt. I'm a student from Manipal Institute of Technology, Udupi. Before I begin, I would like to thank all the teachers by wishing them a very happy Teachers' Day. Teachers are arguably the most important members of our society. They give children purpose, set them up for success as citizens of our world, and inspire them a drive to do well and succeed in life. The children of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and the teachers are that critical point that makes the child ready for their future. Why are teachers important? Let's count the ways. Children carry what they're taught at a young age throughout the rest of their lives. They will use what they have learned to influence society. Everyone knows that today's youth will become tomorrow's leaders, and teachers have access to educate the youth in their most impressionable years. Whether that is in teaching preschool, teaching extracurriculars, sports, or traditional classes. Teachers have the ability to shape leaders of the future in the best way for society, to build positive and inspired future generations, and therefore design society both on a local and global scale. In reality, teachers have the most important job in impact on the children, have the power to change lives, not just for those children themselves, but for all the lives. Great teachers have the ability to change lives for the better. Teachers can act as a support system that is lacking elsewhere in students' lives. They can be a role model and an inspiration to go further and dream bigger. They hold students accountable for their successes and failures, and good teachers won't let their talented students get away with not living up to their full potential. Teachers of all walks of life and subjects have the ability to shape opinions and help form ideas about society, life, and personal goals. Teachers can also expand students' limit and push their creativity. A teacher is someone who acts as a guide and inspiration to people, both young and old. He or she is charged with the responsibility of creating awareness as well as opening the mind of people by instilling values, morals, and ethics. Teachers' efforts are recognized during the Teachers' Day. They shape minds, and we annually celebrate their contribution to the development of society in the form of Teachers' Day across the world. However, celebrate the International Teachers' Day on October 5th annually. Now, the contributions and efforts made by teachers never go unnoticed. This led to the inauguration of the Teachers' Day, which seeks to celebrate the efforts made by the teachers. In India, we celebrate the Teachers' Day on the birthday of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who was known as a man of many great qualities and attributes. What can we do on Teachers' Day? A thank you can go a long way. In our busy lives, we have come to forget expressing gratitude. Many studies have come up explaining the benefits that gratitude can have on the one who expresses it and on the one who receives it. We can take this opportunity as a day to thank our teachers and express our love and care for them. We can suggest and provide assistance by making use of the skills that we have learned over these years. Also, we can give them a visit on this day and share with them our experiences. This will for sure make them happy and proud of their efforts. We can present a small token of appreciation, something that they could keep as a memory, like a pen or a planner or something that would be useful for them. We should also seek their blessings and let them know that we are always there for them when they need us. Time spent with them and gratitude expressed would be a great gesture to make teachers happy and proud. It is very important to recognize their contribution to molding our personality. In conclusion, teachers play an important role in the development of any country. This is why it is vital to set aside a day when the teachers are given the recognition they deserve. We celebrate Teachers' Day to honor the contribution of teachers in our lives. Duties undertaken by teachers in the upbringing of children is immense, and thus being recognized with Teachers' Day is a step towards recognizing the profession and the role they play in society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhatt, for giving again, very positive views. Now, I would like to go back to our chief guest. As he said, this time I have not even stopped any of my youth guest. So 1 minute is left for your blessings, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri, on this day. 1 minute, please. Please unmute. Please unmute. Please unmute.
I must compliment all our youth speakers. Alfonso for the enthusiasm she brought, to Jitin for his, I'm sure his shows must be extremely popular. Nishika could well imagine how much your students would be enjoying your class. Purnima outlined the multiple learnings. Naomi listed out the qualities of her teachers. Diksha reminded us about the true role of a guru and why we must maintain contact with them. And Shashank shared his passion for filmmaking, which came from his teachers. Rajalakshmi highlighted that teachers not only taught her the subject, but also life skills. Shibana reminded us of roles of teachers, and Sumanth finally cataloged very well teachers' contributions. So, Goel sir, you have brought together a panel which said so much in so short a time.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri. So, viewers, today you have seen how vibrant everyone, all the youth, and this is what the teachers want on this Teachers' Day celebration. They want only the respect. And that is the responsibility of the civil society. We should not think that the government should do everything or the others should do. It's us. If we all think that we are going to give the respect, after all, the teachers have molded us only today what we are, where we are, because of them. Otherwise, I would have not been sitting here, or Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri was not sitting on this very, very honorable chair, because we all are there, you all are there because of the teachers. So again, lastly, I will just say salute to all our teachers, greetings to all of them, and I hope that next year will not that much difficult what we have seen this last year. Thank you very much. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon se, Samvad Saroka News, Bharat Post News, as well as it was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. And as you know that today is a Teachers' Day, so in today's my evening program of Kal Aaj aur Kal Lal Goel ke Sang at 4:30 p.m. we have again one teacher, Dr. Kurian. He is the MSW, MPhil, PhD, Principal, Alwas College, Murbidri. He will be my chief guest, and he is going to narrate his own life story about how he has become reached on this position, and that will be definitely a very, very inspiring story, his own story about his own autobiography. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all my youth guests, and thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sandeep Shastri. You are, as usual, as articulate as you are always, and wish you all on this auspicious occasion of Teachers' Day, and all the teachers, right from who have taught us and who are teaching us and who are teaching nowadays and who is going to become the teachers, a very, very happy Teachers' Day. Thank you very much. Thank you all the viewers for watching our show. Thank you very much.